Come on, look back, look back. And again. No guessing who's at the back. That's an absolute belter, that lamb is. Close hurdles up and we can get cracking. There is a you there with a bad bag, but I'll explain that as we get on. Good lamb, good looking triplets. To the experiment this year, these are all triplets or the odd one that's had problems. And for a group of triplet lambs, they don't look that dissimilar to what we had in yesterday. There is odd smaller lambs, but doing really well. And I did mention there's one ewe with a bad bag. She's there. She's managed to get something called black mastitis. The cell's dying, you can't do too much about it, which is really frustrating, as that is the only ewe outside this year which I had a problem with, which is probably the best we've ever done. It's just been a bit hotter on all the pens and everything like that. Should be different next year lambing outside, but we'll see. The rest of them, we have got an odd ewe in here, as it's a problem field. But it's got a prolapse harness on, we just chucked her out, I can take it off. First job though, we need to find the border Leicester, because I've been trying to catch it every day to tag it. Impossible job, so I'll do that and then I'll explain the rest of what we're doing. Oh, that was a bit easier. Been chasing this lamb around. Been trying to catch this lamb all week. Second tag there. Sorted, you can go. Now the rest of these, if you've watched the last video, you'll see what I'm about to do. Give them their clostridial vaccines, which basically covers them for all sorts of diseases. Then we're going to worm them all, which is worming them just like you do your cats and dogs. Finally, I'm going to give them some fly protection. The reason I didn't do that yesterday is because we're running out of time and we want to get it all done, so we're going to go do that down there and weigh them all properly, because we didn't get that done on the bigger group. Next week, what I'm going to do is get cracking. Just me and Josie today. We'll give it a good go. 2 jobs at once is always fun when there's a needle involved. Wormer, this just goes into the mouth. It's like a drench. It goes on the throat. And the vaccine goes under the skin of the sheep, under the skin of the lamb. I'll just show you how we do one. Then we'll do a bit of a time lapse. So this first one, you pull the skin, injection goes in under the skin, pull the trigger. The drench just goes into the lamb's mouth. Really easy, just like that. Boom, sorted. I'm just going to mark each of their heads with a yellow spot so I know what I've done. And just like that, that is them all done. The only thing we're going to do now is put the fly protection on. So we're putting a short-term coverage on the ewes, which is 8-week protection, which should take them to shearing. There's a product called Clicks In. So it works exactly the same as what we're going to put on the lambs. The lambs is a pink product which lasts 19 weeks, which is Click Extra, just different strengths. And one is obviously a lot more than the other. Cracking with that, it just looks like a spray on the back, and it stops blowfly from laying maggots. Well, it doesn't stop them laying maggots. What it does, the flies can still lay the eggs onto the sheep, but it deforms the eggs so that when they hatch out, the maggots don't have a mouthpiece, they just die off, and that's the way it does it. Whereas other products are more like poison, but I think it's a bit better for the sheep and better for the people working with them too, because it's not a poison. Just got to do a dose rate for these lambs, so they will be, I'm going to say there is an odd one that's 30 kilos, so we'll dose them for 30 to 50 kilos. The majority will be 20 on to 30, but I'd rather be safe, so 30 mil divided by 4, because you do a 4-stroke method. There's a picture there, I'll put it on screen just so you can see. So we want 7.5 mil, so that gives them the right dose rate. And just like that, that is all done. What we do now is let them dry for 15 minutes, because we don't want them going up onto the trees, the fences and rubbing something off because it won't be as effective, and it dries really quick, that does. Right, so we skip forward a few days and we're down at the ewe lambs. Me and Dad have been on a lovely trip up to Northumberland, Lincolnshire, on a trip round different farms. You'll see that to come. But whilst we've been away, we've had, I know I say it a lot, but we've had a proper disaster. We had a dog attack, so I just want to have a proper walk around these ewe lambs. Unfortunately, on not last night, the night before, James came around to check these and there was 8-10 in a pond, and they've been chased around relentlessly by a dog. He got there and the sheep were running everywhere and there was just loads in the pond. 5 dead. Managed to pull the others out with the tractor and load all. Thankfully James and my brother and mum came to save the day. But yeah, when I say to a lot of people about dog attacks, people really need to realise it just keeps happening, and this time is the worst. Like, I've lost 5 sheep. I know people get far worse. 5 sheep of all the sheep that I bought myself back in the autumn. That's £1,000 worth, and £100 to get rid of the carcasses, everyone's time, the stress. I was away trying to have a nice time away. It's not just the money, it's like the amount of effort we put into these. We haven't lost a single one until then. You see in the last video we clicked in these and they're in such good condition. The amount of stress they must have been in, or the pressure they must have been in to get pushed into that pond is unreal. You'll see, I don't know how well, some that are pretty black or grey. There's one there. They're the lucky ones that my brother and James managed to pull out. The 5 weren't so lucky. I'm just trying to look to see if there's any more damage that might have been missed, basically. I know I go on about dog attacks, and some people that have commented on videos in the past take the mick, but you really don't understand. And a lot of these we have reared from when they were little lambs, for them just to be killed by a dog, run them into a pond, and think how long they're probably stuck in the pond. No one called us. We know nothing about it until James came down and found all the sheep in the pond, and he got in the field and they were just running around. It's like awful. Don't really know what much to say. I was very upset the other evening. Kind of come to terms with it. At the end of the day, those sheep are gone and we just got to carry on with what we've got and sort out with insurance. But they're things that don't need to happen. Yeah, there's not much more to say apart from that, I don't think. Hey Joe. Good girl. Here. No! Come here. Go on, mate. A very nice, relaxed morning. So we've just got the shearling tups in, so ignore the long-eared things. We need to dag all of them because they're on really nice lush grass, and Border Leicesters don't like really nice lush grass. So if you look at the 4 tups, these are the clean tups this year. They've come on leaps and bounds since we put them on that. They're coming on really nice. So I'm really happy with them this year. Yeah, there's 5 nice tups there. So as you know, we've been a bit strict this year. But first job first, the main priority of this, we're getting fly protection on all the sheep today. So we're doing the 2 groups of tups, and hopefully if the stuff is in stock by later, we will get the big group of ewes and lambs done. So I'm just looking at anything that needs a bit of TLC, they're getting treated. Any bums that need doing, they're getting done. And that's what we're going to start on. Robin's going to hold these borders while I trim their backsides. Cleans don't need that because they're nice and clean. Oh well. Borders all dagged. Next job, we're going to flip the couple. Oh, that is what lush grass does to borders. Right. Next job, there's a couple lanes, so we're going to flip them over and sort the feet. Then we'll get the fly stuff on them. There we go. Right, so this first one, it isn't too bad. Put a bit of spray on that bit. Give it some antibiotics and some pain relief and it should be all okay. Wait, oh no, it's not nice. You can't hold them. Forward. Clicks in, all done. Plenty of time this year. We'll now leave them to dry for 15 minutes. Robin will walk them back. We'll go and get the other group while these dry. Come on. I've got a feeling these are going to be a bit harder to shed off the bums. You've got the two borders and the two black face ones that I need stag. They're not bad, but I'd rather do it than leave them when it comes to fly strike. Top stagged, and we also bellied out soon to be shearling borderless because it was that woolly and mucky underneath. Felt like it's fair. We tried to keep these clean under their bellies. Like if you look under this clin there, see it's got a nice clean stomach. That's what we like with the clins anyway. Get the fly treatment on and they can head back out themselves. Right, now just for a quick check on the cull ewes. These are on some, these are probably on the best grass of anything. It's a tiny little paddock, like if you remember our electric fence the other week. But we want to get some condition on these so we can get them gone. I've just got to make a decision whether I think they should go in the next couple of weeks. Always put fly treatment on, because once you put that on, they've got a withdrawal, so it's so long until these can go for meat, or if they were milk production. I'm gonna look at the prices. I think undecided. God, they're in some good fettle. Definitely going to leave another week or two. Just this grass for them to get some condition. Obviously, if they're fit, it means they're worth a bit more. If you send them when they're a bit plain and not got much meat coverage, not much meat on them and fat coverage, they're obviously worth less. And we want the best value out of the sheep, even when it comes to this end of their lives. When it comes to cull ewes, you're always trying to make sure you're making the biggest margin possible, and at the same time looking after and making sure they're all okay. I'll just have a look at market prices and make a decision, see if we should keep them around for a month. At the end of the day, they've got this field, they can have this paddock for as long as they want. So if I do put fly treat on, I think it's a month. Decision. I'm going to go now get some extra fly stuff for the big group. We'll do all the ewes and lambs, and then by the end of that, I'll have made a decision on these. I just want to check them. It gives me seeing them before I have to come down with all the stuff. It's only literally just off the road we're driving on, so yes, decisions. 5,